What's up guys, my name is Jarrett, you're watching Vape Performance, and today we're doing some exhaust work. So on the Miata, we've got all kinds of things going on here. So what I did is I basically took the ends of this, heated it up with the torch, stuck it through. Easy peasy. Perfect fit, right? Obviously it's gonna get hot around the edges whenever it starts to heat up and shoot flames and stuff. Right now I'm figuring out how exactly I'm gonna run the tubing and the piping, because I have to avoid a few things. Like down here, the exhaust has to come down and in that hole. So it's gonna come at a different angle than it is right now. So that's fine, it's not hard. You just gotta modify it. And then it will come down underneath the trunk and shoot straight up. I just need to make some exhaust hangers and all kinds of stuff like that, but that'll be easy. But yeah, it's gonna come down across and straight up through here, straight up between these two holes, and then it's gonna go up, split into a Y, and then you have your dual exits. So this is gonna be a single exit exhaust going to dual exits, and then it'll shoot flames out of both. Woohoo! I love flames. Everybody likes flames. This is my brother's RX-8 that I went and picked up in Arkansas. I made a whole video on that. Go look at the other videos below, or just subscribe and look at the other videos that I make. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Renegade Racing, and we are making all kinds of crazy videos in there. So anyways, this car's getting some work, getting some love. I'll be making more videos on it, but it's just a secret for now. At least at the time that I'm making this video, it's a secret. I plan on turboing this car soon. I gotta finish up SEMA and the Ultima for SEMA and get out there and do all that stuff. But besides that, I really want to work on these two cars as well. These two are dailies, but I really want to have all three dailies: 1,000 horsepower, one rotary, one four-cylinder turbo. I mean, it's what I like to do. I'm just kind of stupid, but it's okay. All right, absolute rule number one when you're doing shit like this: full send. This is just so stupid. But this is the stuff I like to do, man. This car is ignorantly grippy, ignorantly fast around corners, ignorantly loud, and now it's gonna have freaking flamethrowers for boost. This is the lock. We don't need a lock where we're going. At this point, you just pull it up, and conveniently enough, we have the hole right there to pull out the lock. I'm literally just gonna have to cut and make pie cuts, and then weld the pie cuts all the way around to make it all beautiful and such. So that's what we're working on, and we're gonna feed it down here. So let's see how much angle we can really get out of this. All right, I've been working on it. So that's what it looks like. Okay. My welds aren't the best. I was laying on the ground welding, so forgive that. All right, guys, so it's the next day. I got a few things done while I was working on it last night, but I just was working around some problems, just late night, helping Jimmy out and stuff. But anyways, we got this going right here. This is what I'm kind of thinking of with the pie cuts, kind of coming from a 90-degree down. This has also got a slight bend in it, so it helps. And then you will have an adapter that goes from there, that size to that size. So that will complete all this. So that will go down there, and I think it should be pretty close to the let's see, yeah, it should be pretty close to the center right there, and that way I can get the exhaust out and around the differential and onto here. I already did the pie cuts right here, but the biggest thing I wanted to make sure on these pie cuts, if I was going to square them up, is I wanted them to be let's see, pick one up that isn't hot, flat. So that means that if I'm looking at this from the inside, see, look around the inside right here, I don't see any light coming through other than right there. And if it's within I don't know, a 1/4 inch, it's within my tolerance on this build. I can go a little bit more, but I just don't want to deform the actual shape the way I wanted it and the angle. So those are my pie cuts, and all I'm doing right here is I'm taking them. That one's a hot one. I'm taking them and I'm putting against this, and I'm doing with what I got, right? So I'm just sitting around here going in circles. So they're gonna come in, one right here, one right here, and then they're gonna meet in the middle, and I'm gonna have to find out a way that I can make that material, overlap, and I can weld it so it actually goes into a Y. And then this goes straight down, and then the other piece is gonna go from straight down and turn it this way. I got my tacks laid on this and this, and then I put this together before I put the tacks in there. So basically what I figured out is the angle I was gonna do, right? First I found the angle, then I got my tubing, and I was like, okay, this is what tubing I'm gonna use and where I'm gonna put it. Now I'm over here where I have already tacked this together at the angle that I wanted. Cool. Now I can tweak it a little bit. I can still move it a little bit because it's malleable. And then I angled it at the right spot. Then I found out, okay, mocking it up, it's gonna be around here, okay? So I went ahead and laid that tack harder, and then I went ahead and marked my stuff, and then laid some tacks, and first try, look at that, coming right out. So this is gonna go from here, and then I gotta find a way to make a coupler. Thomas over here fabricates and stuff for his job. So I was just gonna ask him for help. He lives right down the street. He's got a badass 240 that's blue, and then he's got another 240 that's a hatchback. Yeah. And he's gonna start drifting that. So I'm just hanging out with a bud. All right, so I kind of just thought of something, and I found some scrap pieces that was just too thin on this side to be able to weld. And as you can see, it's like that. So we're gonna go ahead and start patching up the exhaust side of things, and I don't know, we might use some straight pieces, and we're gonna make our own coupler. So we don't have anybody over here, we didn't pick up anything, or I didn't go and custom order anything, and I don't know,
working with the straight pieces this year.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have anything too special, so we're just gonna make it happen. So we're gonna use that. We cut it. We're gonna cut a little bit further outwards on the line, on this side, and then we're just gonna cut farther and farther until it looks better and fits in there perfectly. So.
Plus, we don't have 6 pie cuts.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm over here. I'm finishing up all the welds around here. I've already finished it up. All right, guys. For the past week or so, I haven't really been able to work on the Miata, just because it's been raining and stuff. Oh, by the way, I just went to the dentist and my mouth is all, yeah, you can see. It's limp on one side. Okay, so with the situation I was in, with the limitations I had, I would say this is still impressive. I'm gonna hold myself to a higher standard to say this isn't good, but it's good enough for what we're doing. So the biggest thing is the exits be clean, and we got full penetration on the exits. Okay.
I ain't got a bag now, but I even know. So now I need these country roads to take me home. I live too fast, but I can't slow down. Come me some slides, you'll never know how it feels to crash. Back in my hometown, I'll never last, I'll never last. Oh, country road, you take me home to the place I belong. Don't mean to brag now, my money long, but now we need these country roads to take me home. Take me home, just take me home to the place I belong. I ain't got a bag now, but I even know. So now we need these country roads to take me home. Oh, that's the spot.
Now I got my 2 pipes I'm putting together. I marked them. They're cut. They're measured out. They're good to go. They're all measured by hand. You don't really need anything too crazy for this. You don't even need measuring tape. I did everything without measuring tape. It's all squared up, visually at least.
You'll never know how it feels to crash. Back in my hometown, I'll never last, I'll never last. But now we need these country roads to take me home.
I'm running out of argon, and if you have the low pressure in your argon tank, you start to have issues with how your arc is just laid down and everything. I went through like an inch of tungsten just in like no time. Man, that's so stupid. But this is what happens when you're doing stuff in the backyard and you're, you know, and you're a new welder. I mean, I'm no pro, so this is what you kind of run into and the problems you have, and your limitations based on your bottle and being able to go get new argon all the time. So, yep, that's what we're looking at right now. So I got to go ahead and make the other angle off the other end after I mock this up inside the mid pipe, and then we'll see where we're at. So I got it mocked up down there outside the mid pipe, and it's lined up perfectly, come through this hole. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark up my tube, and it's gonna make a straight line exactly where the center line of that tube is, and the center of this this hole is for the axle.
Baby, you had time. I was broken when I lost you, lost my mind. I was smoking.
Pie cuts in the backyard. Little sneak peek. Pie cuts. And then I gotta do pie cuts from left to right, up. And just like that, it's cleaned up. And I need to finish up this inside right here. I'm gonna take my feet, support it, and see if I can do it without filler wire. Could be better, but could be worse as well. So this is some really thin O'Reilly's, you know, exhaust tubing. I usually do not like welding it, especially TIG, but this is a lot more preferable to me than MIG welding, even then if it's not as pretty bead as that MIG welder. It will, in my opinion, last longer if you do it correctly with the TIG welder. Completely straight. I guess tomorrow morning we're gonna go get this refilled. I know Thomas will appreciate this. Custom. Kind of figured out. Almost died. This is pretty dope. I was able to get these welds pretty because, you know, I just had everything sitting right and proper. You know, everything straight. Now my tacks wouldn't go down there because the tubing was too far away, so I got to fill in that. But this is what I'm learning. I'm learning the hard way. And you know what? I like learning the hard way. That way I can, you know, deal with this stuff in the future. So instead of having everything perfect and everything laid out for me, this is how you learn.
Like she caught even say that she ought me and she never traded. And tell me, girl, why you wasted?
Alright, so we're gonna make that fit in here. I don't think it'd be too hard when you lay it sideways. Alright, that worked a little bit too well, so I'm not complaining. Well, I just figured out a feature of the car. I knew I could open up that thing. I had a little pocket there, but I didn't know you could pull it completely out. So that the whole pocket pulls out completely, and I had to go for the 4-foot bottle. So now we gotta stick it through the back seats. Nothing's dirty. Put the towel in there. It's almost like it was perfect. Perfectly made for this. Just don't stop really fast. Alright, we got the new bottle here. I really need to make a stand for these. I do not want one to fall over on me. You're supposed to have one, and I'm fabricating right now, and I'm still too lazy to make one. Safety third, as always. I think we'll be alright. This is so sketchy. Guys, do not do this, honestly. I'm being completely retarded right now. I'm not doing it correctly, but it'll be fine. I won't hit it. Alright, I got this thing ready to go. We got around 21 to 2200 PSI in there. That's good. That falls over. It's fucked. See, I don't have anything because I gotta adjust my rate. CFH, I want about 16. Boom, that's about 16. So I have a number 8 cup times 2, 16 CFH or whatever. So that's how you figure out exactly how much CFH you pass through this cup, and you'll be good. So let me go ahead and sharpen down the argon, not sharpen down the tungsten, and then since my argon's all good now, I can finish this up. What do you think? It's hot.
Damn, you've been going at it. What was up? You've been going at it. Guys, for perspective, this was not what this was a couple days ago.
It's hot.
It's impressive. Look at this man. Let's just take a look at this man. Look at him.
This is what hard work look like.
He's hard working out here. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just appreciate these welds, though. It's pretty beautiful.
Let me point some out, and I'll be truthful with it, okay? So everything I did right here, all these without filler wire because parts were straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm capable of on everything. If I have everything like, you know, good tools and stuff, I was able to do it around here. So I'm using filler wire that's twice the size as my tungsten, which means that it's a lot cooler going into really hot and it's just too much filler.
Yeah.
So I'm having to do that, and I'm still getting some dabs in there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And I just want to point something else out. Most shops and most people that do pie cuts, what do they use, Jarrett?
They usually use bandsaws and some other equipment.
And my best friend, Jarrett Brooks, angle grinding. Look how perfect that is. He never told anyone that, unless like a professional looked at it. Maybe he'd be able to tell, but they're pretty damn clean.
This is like an eBay special.
Better than eBay special. Nevea Performance Special. Let's see the test fit. Let's see the test fit.
First time I test fit it. That's really tight because it's really, you know, close tolerance. Yeah, go in like that. Like that.
Yes, sir.
Look under.
Looks OEM.
Look under.
Damn. That's clean. That's perfect. And it doesn't go lower than the subframe.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So pull this up. I mean, this is gonna be just right there. So I gotta make an adapter that goes from there to there. And then I have this right here.
Are you gonna make any like quick disconnect?
Eventually. Right now I'm just trying to finish it before the meet.
You heard it here, folks. The man, the myth, the legend,
Yeah.
Nevea Performance.
Check it out now. Check out how close that is.
That's perfect.
Just about.
Just like probably one more pie cut in.
Yep. Either that or shorten this up and cut it at the right angle and it's good to go. So, and that's perfectly from the header all the way back. It's fully in line. Perfectly in line.
You know he's been putting in work today.
So zoom in all the way to the mid pipe. You can use the zoom on the camera. So zoom in, then I'll zoom all the way back out to here.
Damn, now that's clean right there. Ladies and gentlemen, just look at that pie cut. Like that curve. It's a quick right and then a quick left. That's beautiful.
Oh, that's the sound of happiness. Alright, check that out. Yep, all the way back. Yep, collector right there. Tell me that is not a perfect seam. Oh, I've mastered the bench grinder. Alright, so before all this falls on my face, let me go ahead and get a tack in here. And then I gotta weld the rest of the exhaust together. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, just look at it. That's so stupid. Look, guys, I'm sweaty. I don't care. You've heard me say it before. This is freaking sick. I love this. I love making my own stuff. This is so awesome. And thank the Lord that He has blessed my hands and my mind and my patience to be able to learn what I have and teach myself what I have to do what I want. Oh, I give it to Him. It's not me. Hop down here. All right. Tell me that this ain't the most perfect.
Damn! Yeah, like to put this in perspective, 2 minutes ago there was a big ass fucking gap, and it was not.
Is there any gap on that side?
What gap are you? What are you talking about? Like, hairline. It's all for welding. Damn.
Now all I gotta do is lay some tacks, and then finish up the rest of the exhaust. Hey, look at
We gotta move before that storm comes.
Drive shaft clears 1/4 inch. Diff clears 1/4 inch. Down here 1/2 inch.
Look at that. Look how tight of a clearance that is. Love it.
I was literally laughing, dude.
Literally,
laughing.
only less than 3 days worth of work.
Yeah.
And look what he has. Now
Wow.
imagine he just grinded like this on the Ultima.
Dude, I can make my roll cage in no time. Wow.
And the fans are waiting, Jared. They're waiting.
Let's finish it up. Let's finish it up.
We want everything. We want the Ultima. We
Blame
want the
Thomas.
Miata.
Blame Thomas.
Blame Thomas. What the hell, Thomas?
Hashtag blame Thomas.
Imagine we start a new trend. Hashtag blame Thomas. If anything goes wrong, just post it on your Instagram and do hashtag blame Thomas.
Yep. All right. There you go. We're gonna make our next shirts. Blame Thomas.
Hashtag blame Thomas.
All
Thomas.
right, we gotta finish this shit up before the storm.
No lip. Just the jack fans. And yeah, that's all it is.
Midway through, so phase 1 on the TIG welding machine, it is at 48 amps, and then it goes after 0.3 seconds to 41 amps, then after 0.4 seconds it goes to 35 amps. Basically, whenever you get the metal hot enough where it's pulling up the metal, you have to back down the amperage because it's staying really hot and it'll start blowing through because it's molten already. So you got to back it down so it stays a little bit cooler because it's already got the temperature in it. So little tips and tricks you learn.
The
TIG
more
welding.
you know.
The more you know. And it's on the DC TIG, high frequency. Basically, it notices whenever it's near the ground. So if I touch my finger right now and I go, I will ground out and I will feel the electricity.
Really?
But if the ground's on there, then, you know, it's fine. I can touch this to my tongue right now on 10 amps and you can just see the spark. It won't hurt me. But if I went to 200, I'd be
Yeah.
And then 2T is two steps, but basically it's on off. 4 step would be on, low, high, low, stop, basically. So it's just in your settings. Right now it's just simple on off, on off. And I have no pedal switch. I have an on off switch, that's all. So this is all my settings and all my movement and everything, depending on how fast I go, how far away I am from the metal, all this stuff I'm just kind of learning as I go. So you'll see the progression of my welds getting better and better as I go because haven't tinkered with it that much. Let's make this happen.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, I just got off of work, had a long day. Ready to go finish up this exhaust 100%, so I will be doing V-bands in the future, but right now I just need to make this happen before the meet. No. These are 12 by 1.5 thread pattern. So the lug nuts from this car actually still work on here. And I have some aftermarket lug nuts. So only thing with these is they're acorn shaped, so you want to make sure it actually, like, you know, stays on there. Alright, cool. This car, I actually went to Import Alliance not too long ago. Actually, the spring meet in Import Alliance, and I stayed up all night. I swapped the head in one night and went to the meet the next day. Didn't have any problems, and it's still the same head that's on there right now. So, man, it's been a lot of hard work on this car. It's taught me a lot. I don't want to say that the Miata's taught me everything, because honestly, the Ultima is going to be ultimately the one that teaches me everything I know. Because the whole reason why I'm doing all this is for the Ultima. Because I need to know how to do all this so that I can build the Ultima. So, you know, that's why, like, everybody's like, well, why don't you just finish up the Ultima? Well, all these little side jobs and stuff like that are going to give me the experience in order for me to do the side jobs actually properly. And, you know, that's a big deal to me. You know, I want to make sure that I can do these side jobs, or do the Ultima properly like it should and it deserves to be. So that's why I do these side jobs, and it takes up time, but in the end, it's definitely beneficial. You got to see the exhaust. You got to see the whole process. I hope you guys enjoyed. And with all that being said, I work really hard so that I can do this and then impress myself, you guys, and not just to impress, but to, you know, show off my skills, because I really want to be able to do this for, you know, for a living. And I don't always want to, like, work on other people's cars. I know it sounds selfish, but you know, and you might be wondering, how do you make money? Not working on other people's cars. Entertainment. If you guys like the videos, if y'all like the content, if y'all like what I'm doing here, and the message I'm trying to put out, and this, that, and the other, and you know, just how real I am with you guys. I don't fake anything. Definitely just tell your friends, tell your family, you know, just all your car bros, just share it, and come out to the car meets. And it's not just me, it's like us all together. I work really hard at these nights so that I can do that. I work all throughout the week, make crap pay, and you know, make it happen. I still pay my own rent, live on my own, you know, all this stuff. I work really hard so that I can do this, and I don't get much sleep because of it. So I appreciate if you guys put a like on this video and shared it somewhere. It means a lot. Appreciate you guys. Another long night, you know me. We're just like, freaking work hard, bust ass. So, got the Y pipe in there. I'm gonna finish up all this, make it all pretty. I'm gonna do an aluminum piece back here. That way nothing overheats, and that way I can put my license plate right there. But anyways, got it coming down 3 inch to 2.5 inch. You know, high cuts and all the way up to the header. Clears everything without hangers, and then with hangers I just gotta secure it. So that's all the movement there is in the whole exhaust. So lift it up a tad and choose my left to right, make sure it's centered up, and make some hangers wherever I want. So I'm gonna finish that up after I wake up in the morning, and then go to the meet at 4 o'clock. So you know me.